Hi, my name is Ryloth, and this is my review of Season 1, Episode 21 of Star Wars The Clone Wars titled Liberty on Ryloth. So this is the last arc episode in the Ryloth arc. So we get confirmation that Anakin has basically achieved air superiority. Meanwhile, Mace is making the push, but Wat Tambor to take the capital in Wat Tambor. But he needs the help of the rebels led by Cham Syndulla. He's reluctant to help due to the fear that this occupation of the droids will turn into an occupation by the clones. And also, he and Senator Onfrey Ta, who is the senator for Ryloth, are kind of political rivals and they don't really see eye to eye. But to Cham Syndulla's credit, he does give Mace Windu some time to, make his pitch. He's entertaining him as a guest. And then they get the news that a village has been bombed. And it is instantaneous. All the fight, it does not matter what really comes after. He said immediately after, I need to speak to the senator. Because he really does care for his people, and I love that about his character. Eventually, Onfrey Ta and Cham Syndulla come to an agreement about, the afterwards, but I don't know why they're talking about the afterwards right now, because, shit, if they don't shut up and start talking about the now, there won't be an afterwards. Whatever. So, luckily for them, Wat Tambor is, taking his dear sweet time to evacuate, despite, Count Dooku telling him to, because he wants to drain the planet for all it's worth. Steal all its treasure. And as Cham says, it's not enough that they enslaved and killed his people. They have to rob them for everything they're worth, too. So, Mace managed to, kind of steal away on some of the treasure transports and take control of the Note Bridge. And I call it the Note Bridge because it's even worse than a glass bridge, you look at a glass bridge and you look down and you can see the entire thing. Yeah, it's not a glass bridge, it's like a plasma bridge type thing. It looks like you're not walking on anything solid. That is a Note Bridge to it. Also, I love that when it was turned off, the sound kind of dimmed. And this can either be, the sound of what it sounds like for the Force users to be in effect. But in my mind, this is just how Mace Windu locks in. Like, alright, shit's going on. Shut everything out. All the noise. I gotta get this done. This is how Mace Windu locks the fuck in. Also, I love that immediately he took down an entire squadron by him, a entire wave of droids by himself, including droidekas and a tank, by, using the Force. Again, I'm loving that, they're remembering that, hey, wait a damn minute, we're Jedi. We have the Force. Because it seems like there's a shocking amount of times where they could use the Force and they just don't. Also, I love that Mace Windu, in my opinion, is the second most competent Jedi we've seen, like, fighting-wise. Which should be the case, because isn't he, like, the second in command of the Council behind Yoda? Like, even now, there's, like, in my opinion, a clear difference between Obi-Wan, who's a master of the Council, and Mace Windu, who is a master of the Council. Like an emphasis on it. So Wat Tambor sends the, bombers to hold them off, but luckily Anakin and Ahsoka managed to cut it close and destroy all the bombers before they can destroy or not Wat Tambor, Dooku orders a tactical droid who does retreat to bomb the city with the vulture droids, but luckily Anakin and Ahsoka bomb them first before they can do it. So the episode ends with, this victory parade. With, the Twi'leks and clones and all their troops, and Anfrita and Chamsinzula. Also, the rebels are riding these animals they call a blurg, I think it is. One of the clones, I loved that one of the clones was interested in it and proceeded to ride it for the rest of the episode. I did love that little detail. This episode was nice. It was fun. It was a good little completion to the arc. Overall, I'm going to give this episode a 7 out of 10. Thanks for watching the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you in the next video.